Hey, how's it going? Do you believe in destiny? Sometimes life puts us in tough situations, testing us beyond what we think we're capable of. It's in those moments that we discover what we're made of. This is the story of a girl who had to face her destiny sooner than she imagined. Her name is Kyrielight. She was born in a lab, created to become a vessel to house the soul of an ancient hero. But Mash didn't know that yet. She was just a girl studying hard to become a mage. The scientist in the lab called her test subject number 2. She wasn't allowed to go out or make friends. Her only contacts were the books she read and lessons on the internet. But Mash didn't complain. She thought that was a normal life. Until she met Dr. Romani, the kind doctor who treated her. He encouraged her to express her personality. For the first time, Mash felt she could be herself. The doctor also revealed the truth about her origin and limited destiny. Mash had only 2 more years to live. Her body would soon disintegrate. It was too much information to process. But Mash kept it a secret. She didn't want to worry anyone. Meanwhile, Mash continued her studies, waiting for the day when the scientist would perform the ritual to summon the heroic spirit inside her. When that day came, an uproar swept through the lab. The ritual was a success, summoning the legendary knight Galahad, the purest of the Knights of the Round Table. But something went wrong. Galahad refused to merge with Mash. Inside, she could feel his turmoil. Suddenly, Galahad took control of her body, trying to escape. But when Mash started resisting, he stopped. Galahad realized that if he left, Mash would die. So he stayed inside her to keep her alive, even while sleeping. Mash was frustrated for not being able to use Galahad's powers. She felt useless. The scientist gave up on her, leaving her in Chaldea's care, the organization funding the project. Mash had no purpose anymore, just waiting for the end of her short life. Until one day, an explosion shook the entire facility. Mash was trapped under rubble, thinking those were her last moments. That's when Ritsuka appeared, a newcomer freshly arrived for Chaldea's training. He tried to free Mash, in vain. Instead of fleeing and saving himself, Ritsuka decided to stay with Mash. Neither of them knew, but that moment would change their lives forever. A dazzling light filled the place. When Mash opened her eyes, she and Ritsuka were in another world. It was Fuyuki in Japan, but devastated by demonic creatures. Chaldea had summoned Mash and Ritsuka to investigate this anomaly in space-time. For the first time, Mash could fight. Her instinct guided her, summoning mysterious shield and armor. She defeated the monsters, saving Ritsuka. That day, Mash awakened as a servant, a heroine summoned from another world. She had formed a contract with Ritsuka, now her master. Together, they would face many challenges. But Mash finally found a purpose. She would protect Ritsuka, no matter what. As they explored more of these distorted worlds, the bonds between Mash and Ritsuka deepened. He admired her courage and compassion. She felt safe with him around. Deep down, Mash wished those moments would last forever. But time was running out. In Camelot, the revelation about her true identity came. Mash carried the spirit of the noble Galahad, and the shield that protected her belonged to the legendary Round Table. Knowing this, Mash unlocked Galahad's full power. Her shield could now defend against any attack, as long as her heart didn't yield. But using this power had a price. Mash's fragile body wouldn't endure much longer. She had only 3 days of life left. Still, Mash insisted on accompanying Ritsuka in the final battle against Solomon's Temple. She vowed to protect him until the end. At the height of the battle, Mash and Ritsuka faced Goetia, the evil entity behind it all. Goetia unleashed his ultimate power, an attack capable of disintegrating anything on Earth. Mash didn't hesitate, summoning her divine shield. She resisted long enough for Ritsuka to escape before her body turned to dust. For a brief moment, it seemed like the end of the journey for Mash. But no magic could erase the bond between them. Ritsuka refused to accept that fate. And a miracle happened. Mash's indomitable will resurrected her body. She came back to take Ritsuka to safety. Together, they saved the world. And most importantly, Mash now had a whole life ahead. Her destiny was no longer sealed. This experience transformed Mash. The shy girl became a strong and fearless woman who would fight for what is right. Her journey shows that we can't always choose how we come into the world, but we can decide the kind of person we want to be. Mash found a purpose greater than herself. And you? Have you discovered yours? Don't be afraid to face your demons. In the end, it's our choices and convictions that define who we truly are. If we stay steadfast, we can overcome any challenge. With that said, thank you for watching, and until next time.